I made a short video on my other channel about how I made around $25,000 overnight, and I explained that it was by minting an NFT. In this video I'm gonna explain the whole process, how I came across this NFT, and if there is anything like making like $25,000 overnight. I'm gonna explain that in this video. But before that, make sure to subscribe to this channel. I'm going to talk about how to find these gems, and I'm going to introduce a lot of these projects, and of course I'm going to talk a lot about NFTs and everything around NFTs. So make sure to smash the like button and of course subscribe to this channel if these kinds of things interest you. By the way, watch this video to the end because we are going to talk about a similar project that hasn't been released yet, and you can potentially 10x your money. Anyway, what happened and where everything started. Actually, I was searching my Twitter, and I was looking at the tweets that I saw a message from Alex Becker, and I'm gonna talk about Alex Becker later in this video. And in that message and in that tweet, it was written that tomorrow, let me find the tweet. This was the tweet, tomorrow morning-ish. And this guy, Alex Becker, is kind of like to say things mysteriously along with lots of riddles and stuff like that. And who are they and what is this NFT? Let's get back a little bit and talk about everything about this NFT. This NFT is called Neo Tokyo. It started, I think the first collection started a few months back by Alex Becker and Elliot Trade. These guys are very well known in the industry. They have big YouTube channels. Alex Becker has a YouTube channel with something like over 1 million followers, and Elliot Trade has a YouTube channel with I think around 5,000 followers or something around that. Anyway, they are very well known in crypto, and I think Alex Becker came from a gaming background. He has a gaming company or something like that. So they connected to each other, they joined to each other to make their first NFT, Neo Tokyo. I think the name was Neo Tokyo Citizen or something like that, a few months back. And regarding that riddle that we talked about, for minting that NFT, you don't need to pay any money. That was free. You just needed to pay gas fee. So people got intrigued to that. Of course, it wasn't that free because you have to go down to a rabbit hole, solve some puzzles, solve some riddles. Everything was mysterious, and you had to, for example, you have to go through a picture and lots of photos and turn some numbers to words to find, for example, the website, and from the website there was some codes. You had to find the codes in that picture and stuff like that. It was a completely riddle, and you have to solve those riddles to get to mint the NFT. But what was the price of getting to lots of difficulties to find those kinds of hints and then can mint that? The price was minting free NFT. At that moment, the price just was minting that free NFT. You had to just pay gas, nothing more. And people, I don't think that people thought that their NFT is going to be worth a lot. Like, for example, 6 or 7 ETH. And we are going to talk about that later. Some of those NFTs are something like 15 ethereum. And the mint was just free. And it's ridiculous. It's very funny that you can mint in this wild space. Nowadays you can mint an NFT for free, and then the NFT goes up. Of course, 99.9% of NFTs is not like that. This is an exception. These guys know how to manage an NFT and how to bring an ecosystem that you can have NFT, you can have game and everything like that. So anyway, people got through those kinds of riddles, and those who solved those riddles and who solved those problems and who solved those puzzles could mint that NFT for free. After that, people got intrigued even more because they saw that they minted an NFT for free, and now the NFT is something like 5, 10, 20, 50 ETH. After that, they released, I think, 4 NFT projects, and all of them sold out. All of them were something like this, that you have to solve some riddles and then you can mint for free. At that moment, I didn't mint any of those NFTs. I just saw, I was scrolling down OpenSea, I saw, okay, that NFT got to something like 20. Oh my god, it got to 50. Oh my god, why I missed these things? But again, because I didn't enter the first minting project, the first one, I thought that I lost this one. Anyway, I'm gonna find other ones, and there are lots of other NFTs, but Neo Tokyo was under my radar all the time, and I knew that if something was going to happen, Alex Becker is going to say something about that in his Twitter. So I follow this guy and I turn on the notification bell, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for this channel, because sometimes I might see something that interests you, and this is the chance that you can pick the next time that I found something like this. So make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Anyway, I turned on the notification bell and I got this message, tomorrow morning-ish. And I knew something was going to happen. So I waited. But I'm not the kind of person that you can make him interested in something easily. I said, okay, I'm gonna follow some tweets, I'm gonna follow some people, maybe I want to mint this one, but I don't have time to go over lots of stuff to find and to solve some riddles. I'm not into this stuff. So I said, okay, I'm gonna follow Alex Becker and see what's next. But for some reason, I watched some YouTube videos about previous Neo Tokyo mints. And after watching some videos, I kind of got intrigued. I liked the idea that people were very interested, were very hyped around this project. So I watched more videos, and in those videos I found some Discord groups, I found some Discord servers, I joined those Discord servers, and there were lots of people trying to solve the riddles, trying to follow the hints. Some of them had found, I think, a photo, and on that photo something was written, some numbers were written, and they converted the numbers to the letters and founded something like the website where they could mint the NFT. So I tried to follow them, and to be honest, I got carried away a little bit and made some spreadsheet and wrote some websites and codes that might be something that we need to enter in a website. To be honest, we didn't know what we're doing. We just had some websites, we had some numbers, codes, and we waited to see what would be the next tweet, what would be the next hint, so that we might find the minting website. Anyway, now we are close at minting time, which is going to be brunch time at brunch time Eastern US. We were ready to solve some puzzles and riddles and everything like that. That Baker tweet this one. Basically a website. Nothing else, no riddles. Go to this website and mint whatever you want. And we went to that website. I saw the website saying 1 ETH. I got back to the groups, to several groups. By the way, there were several groups, not one. And I saw that going through the messages and people saying, no, this is the link, this is the contract, don't mint this one, mint from that. And there were lots of scams there, throwing in some links there, and at some point you want to be fast because it might finish at any time. You don't know, maybe 2-3 minutes. You want to be careful, you want to be fast, and everything is messy there. So I got back to the Alex Twitter and see that link, and I was confident that this is the right link because he tweeted that. And every other links, every other contracts were actually fake. So I decided to mint the project. I said to myself, to the hell with that. No riddle, nothing like that. You have to pay this 1 ETH. And I was sure that if I pay this 1 ETH, it's gonna go up. because I saw those projects, because I followed those projects. I wasn't hesitant for that. I just didn't know because of the previous one that was free and other projects before this that were free. Everyone thought that it was free. And when we saw that one ETH, I was kind of confused. But anyway, I took a leap of faith and minted the project. And fortunately, everything was legit. And the link was legit. I minted the project. It ran smoothly. And I got the confirmation everything was good. And of course I burned some tokens. I talked about buy tokens. It's a token in this ecosystem, in the Neo Tokyo ecosystem, that you can earn as a passive income if you have one of these projects. I think it was Neo Tokyo Vault or something like that. You can earn money, you can get passive income by having that one. And that NFT is something like 14 ethereum. Anyway, we had to buy that token and burn that in order to get rarity for our NFT. And I bought some of that and burned that, and everything went smoothly. Then I got back to those servers, to those Discord servers. Everyone was panicking, everyone was mad. They said, we thought that this is free, I don't have money. Or some people said, I changed my money to my Ethereum to bytes and I have lots of bytes, but I can't mint because I don't have Ethereum, and stuff like that. Some people were happy, many people were sad because they thought that they were going to mint something free, they were going to solve some riddles or something like that, and actually they got surprised. And this is something that this Alex guy does every time. The moment that you think that everything is in your control, he hits you with something, and that's Alex Baker. You can't say anything about that. Anyway, this is the whole story and why I said about this story. First of all, I want to assure you that there are some projects that can change your life, that can impact on your life. You can make a lot of money. I know there are some people that have something like 1 or 2 Ethereum in their pockets, and if they throw in the Ethereum on any projects that they don't know anything about, they lose their money, and it's not a wise idea to do that. The best option for you is to search and find some valuable projects. I will try to introduce some of those projects whenever I see them. I try to be more active on Twitter, and whenever I see some opportunities, I mentioned that in Twitter. By the way, don't forget to follow me on Twitter, because every time I see something like that, I'll talk about that, and you can be sure that you will get the next one. And not just me, I followed a lot of people. Those people are the people that you have to follow if you want to catch some moves like this. And definitely you have to follow Alex Baker and Elliot Trade if you want to know about the upcoming news in Neo Tokyo. This is the main reason that I talked about this experience. So if you are interested in NFTs but you don't know where to start, I have some videos about how we can flip NFTs. There are lots of NFTs that are hyped a lot, and they are not going to hold their price after minting. You have to flip them as soon as possible. But there are some gems like these that you can hold on to because they have utility backing them, something like gaming, something like vaults, something like passive income and stuff like that. You have to study the project, you have to know the people in this space. You can know them by watching my videos and some other people that make some good videos about NFTs. You can't just go out there and see some projects, some hype projects, and just buy them and hold on to them. Sometimes you have to flip NFTs, and sometimes when you are in a space, when you watch videos, when you follow some smart people, I'm not smart, but when you follow some smart people and people in this space, you get a good grasp of what to do. Should I flip this NFT or should I hold this NFT? Okay, you might say, enough of that. What about us? What do you have for us? We get it. You minted an NFT and it's worth something like $25,000 now. So what about us? Actually, there is a similar project as we talked earlier there is a similar project that everything around that project is kind of similar to Neo Tokyo. Actually, Alex Becker and Elliot Trade are advisor of that project. And that project is called Sin City. It's a similar project in terms of solving riddles. You have to solve some puzzles and riddles to get the pass, and you can mint that project for free if you can get the pass. But actually there is a problem there, and the main problem there is finding that riddles, finding those clues and solving those riddles. This is the main problem that we have here. And you probably can't solve the problem by your own. You need a group, you need lots of brains, not just one brain, because it's not easy to find the clues. It's not easy to solve those riddles. Anyway, let's see how we can get a pass and what task we need to do in order to get the pass. This is a project that I found, I think a few weeks ago. This is not new. Actually, they distributed these passes in 4 steps called ARG, Alternate Reality Game, which is actually solving puzzles. You have to find some clues, as I told you, and you have to solve those riddles. In each of those steps, they have distributed, I think 2 of them has passed. Yes, 2 of these ARGs has passed, and in each of them, they give away something like 200 passes. So basically there are 800 passes. We can have access to 400 of them because they've already distributed, but there are still 2 ARGs, so we still have a chance to get them. But it's not easy. As I told you, it's not easy at all, because you have to find and solve something that you might not know anything about. I watched some videos about the previous 2 ARGs, and people were struggling, literally were struggling to solve those ARGs, solve those puzzles. For example, in one of those videos that I watched, you had to go to their website, and there are some photos hidden in their website. You had to find those photos, and there were some I think there were some numbers hidden in another photo that you had to find and turn them into and converted them into letters, and then you could find the website, whitelist website. And after finding the website, you had to go to the website and enter those hidden photos that you had find on the website, on the Sin City website, and something like that. This is not an easy task to do. You have to be very vigilant. You have to be familiar with these kinds of things. And that's why you need a group to do that. It's very hard for one person to do that. Basically every one of you need to pay attention to a part of this riddle. In order to find those clues, you have to follow their tutors, and in their tutors, they give you hints, they give you some direction, and you have to find those hints. And this is not a direct instruction. You have to find from those hints. And if you can solve those riddles, if you can come up with the answer, you can have the pass, which is something like 3.5 ETH at the moment. And it's probably going up. It's probably after the minting all those passes, you can't have access to some price like this. You have to pay more. That's why it can worth your time. Anyway, you might ask me, okay, how am I gonna solve those things? I don't have any clue about that. First of all, you'd better go to their Discord and read FAQ section, read some announcements to get a general idea of everything. And actually, I'm gonna open a channel on my Discord. I have a Discord mostly about Forex and stuff like that, but I can allocate a channel to solving these riddles. So if you are interested in solving those riddles, we might be able to find the answers. So I'm gonna open a channel for that, and the link in the description below. You can join the channel. Of course, you have to be active in that channel, because I'm not share this channel with lots of people. we need 10 or 20 people to solve and find the answers. So join the Discord, and if you are active, you are going to be in the Discord and you might be able to get one of those passes if you are active. If you are not into this kind of stuff, like solving puzzles or something like that, don't waste your time by joining the channel, because it's not gonna work that way. I hope we find lots of people who are interested in that and we can get the pass. There are lots of passes available, like 400 passes still available. So the more active people, the better. Anyway, the link in the description below. So join us if you are interested in these kinds of stuff, and let's see if we can find and solve those riddles. Anyway, I hope you get a value from this video. If so, make sure to subscribe, smash the like button, follow me on Twitter, and of course hit the notification bell so you are the first person to be notified about the next gem. See you in the next video.